the conversation, it was really interesting. I mean, I had this one video where I said, don't create problems in your head. Just wait. So I was thinking about all this stuff, and when I got there, it was nothing compared to what I was thinking about. And the guy, her brother, even paid for my food, which I was going to pay, and I said, no, don't pay. He said, no, I'll pay. I'm like, why? He said, well, I'm a Japanese person. In other words, he's just saying he's Japanese. And I said, well, okay, I'll get it next time. He looked at me all funny, like, huh? And I was like, okay. And it was just really interesting. I mean, just went to pay my taxes. I asked someone to teach me English, and then I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends from that. It was really, really interesting. And guys are like, well, they go out like 3 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, so they want me to come with them and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go. Just let me know a couple of days in advance. But things like that out here, that happens to me a lot, and and I mean, that's why my videos, when I see a lot of Japanese people on ice and stuff like that, and like I said, maybe it's just the attitude or who you meet and things like that. I don't usually meet anyone that's bad, so I don't report about anything that's bad. Let's see what else. Most of the young kids, because what it is, I guess if I was one of those type of people that was always competing with other people for something, then maybe my attitude would be different. But when I go to a club, like when I go to these clubs and stuff, and I'll talk to the guys, or I'll stand in front of, girls stand in front of me, and I might grab her and stuff, because out here they do that, it's nothing perverted and stuff, and the girl, she'll walk right up to you and back into you, and then you're supposed to just, put your arms around them, start dancing with them, and whatever happens, happens, Or some guys, they walk up behind the girls and they'll grab them, but if the girl don't like them, they'll just walk away, and go to someone else they like. And, it's really interesting because it's not a verbal, it's almost like non-verbal, But what I do, though, is I'm not in competition trying to pick up these girls from these young guys and stuff, because I'm all for Japanese men with Japanese women. I'm all for it, And if I'm talking to a girl, I'm dancing, and I see a Japanese guy close by, or and he maybe with another friend, if they're not having any Japanese girls and stuff like that, then I'll just grab them, say, hey, come on over here, dance with us, and they'll be shy and stuff, and I'll just grab them, grab their arms, snatch them over, and just start dancing and stuff, and we dance in a circle, and then I'll just maneuver the guy so he'll stand in front of the girl, and once he's standing in front of the girl, or I'm moving behind the girl, whatever, once he's behind, everybody, it's automatic, it's just the thing. He'll just grab him, and he'll be happy, and they'll start talking, whatever, and I just move on, So maybe because I'm not in that type of a alpha male mode where I have to prove that I'm a better person or a better, how can I say, not better, but more aggressive as far as picking up women and stuff, versus these other guys and stuff. I don't do that because it doesn't matter. Like I said, when the girls say no to me, I just tell them thank you. It's true. I like how you do. What's your name? Can I have your number and call you? She's like, no. I said, all right, thank you. And I'm like, why? You said thank you. I'm like, oh, just thanks. I don't tell them why, but usually the girl don't. So cool. But anyway, yesterday was really, really interesting. It just shows me, that a lot of my thoughts and things that I do are not applicable in every situation, in every environment, and the best thing to do is just relax, for me, like, if I get upset, I get headaches. I get these migraine headaches. So I'll just stop. Or if I'm worrying about something, like the left side or right side, left side of my brain start hurting real bad, and then I have to just relax and it just goes away. So maybe I'm cursing and I can't get upset, but yeah, I was kind of a little bit not stressed about. I was like, look, man, I don't really want to spend any money, but then I didn't want to cancel and say I don't want to go because that wouldn't be too cool and stuff, even though people do it. But I don't know, I was just happy that I went, and it was a really, really good experience. And the girl, she was real nice. I mean, for me, I love conversations, get to know people, and them because they are Japanese and they know their laws. And the guy, he's a mechanic, owns his own mechanic shop, and he fixes pretty much luxury cars and stuff like that. And he knows a lot of people, and I'm sure he has money and stuff. You never know, who they're going to introduce you to. It's just really, really interesting. Like, I went to Lexus Thursday, Friday to get my car washed, and there was this other Japanese guy in there, and you look at him, and he's, I keep saying typical, I don't really like to use that word, but I use it, it's a typical Japanese guy, and he's not young, so you figure he was older. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, I think he was over 35 and stuff like that. And I just looked over and I just said hi, and that was it. And he said hello, and I said, how you doing? It's fine. And I said, you speak English? And then he's like, no, and then but when they say that, I just continue to speak in English, and we talked a little bit, and it was interesting because one of the staff walked in and said to him in Japanese, oh, is this your friend? And he said, no, but we just met now. And she was like, oh, okay. And I said, yes, we're friends from now. And he started laughing because I said that in Japanese, and she started laughing. So anyway, we started talking, things like that, and he told me like he wanted to speak, learn Japanese and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I gave him my number, but he has an iPhone 4 too, so we traded numbers and stuff like that. And then maybe 5 minutes after I had to leave because they finished washing my car. So then he emailed me, said he was happy we met, and he wanted me to teach him English. And so I told him where my school was, and he told me the time he was going to come. So he came yesterday, and we talked about 30 minutes, and I told him how I teach English. And I told him basically, I'm not here to read, I just want you to talk, so I'll show you a real quick way of how to speak in English, and a real easy, quick way to translate your Japanese to English so you can really speak. And he was like really excited, saying, oh yeah, this is the kind of English that I want to learn, because when he went to these other big English conglomerates or something like that, and he was saying basically all he was doing was reading to himself and writing, go home and do the same thing, and he didn't really get a chance to speak so much. And when he did, he said they were just showing the pictures and this carrot, house, and he just had to repeat it and stuff like that. And I was like, no, that's too boring for me. I said, listen, here, I just want you to speak everything that you think in Japanese, you speak it in English. And we wrote something on the board. I think it's still up here, something like, I just grabbed something out of a book, and it was, in Japanese, it's Pareto wa Kyushiki no Hikoki no koto de Shutsurai na mondai wo kaeta. I'm kind of reading far, and it's the glare coming off the board. Actually, I'll show you what I'm reading. What's written over there. It's kind of far away. But, and so we translated in English, and he pretty much understood the words, And I just said, well, here, you just put it in this order. And he was like, oh, okay, wow, this is fun. I like learning like this. So he just joined right there, He said him and his wife are going to come. So it's like an extra $160 I have, which is cool. Plus, I get $115 because of these books that I make and stuff. Like, I make my